Hello, I'm Steve Mason and welcome to my podcast commentary for Flight of the Navigator, and I'm pressing play now. Right, I didn't sleep well at all last night. I recorded the podcast for Deep Blue Sea yesterday, as Walt Disney's logo comes up here. Interesting thing actually, if you're trying to buy this in retail, it doesn't live in Walt Disney like a lot of films do. Even like The Rocketeer now lives in Disney, whereas it's a Touchstone film. And you don't find the helicopter there, and you can't find it in Walt Disney Presents, and you can't find it in family films when it's intended to be a family film. It is a sci-fi movie, and you would normally find it just among the main stuff at the moment. I didn't sleep well at all last night. I watched this, then I watched it with a commentary, and then I watched the commentary for The Cell. Now I was wanting to do The Cell, but I just wanted to get this one out of the way. Fucking frisbees. I was going to try and re-film my Christian State of the Good, the Bad, the What the Fox, but as you've probably been listening to me commentary, I'm about to have an operation tomorrow, and I'm really struggling talking with my denture in, so yeah. So as this film kicks off, Sarah Jessica Parker there, we get dogs jumping up for frisbees, which is... I remember this film as a kid. I've seen it very early on. It's not something I've picked up back on DVD, it's something I revisited a couple of times when it's been on television, or you caught up with it. Did have it on VHS, but I misplaced it. Picked it up on Blu-ray for the simple fact that it had the audio commentary on. I was very interested in that, you know, like I always like to buy them, buying at 5:30. I always try to get a couple of films that I've been wanting for a while. I wait like on the offer, and pick up one replacement, and also pick up some nostalgia stuff as well. So as you got all these dogs running around chasing frisbees, I've really been thinking about getting a dog. Jeff, film editor Jeff. Been thinking about getting a dog recently, but I'll have to wait till I come back from New Zealand, I think. Look at that, try to catch it with his thing. So yeah, National Frisbee Championships is set in Miami. Now this is going to be filmed all over the place. The dog can't even fucking see. There's a lot of locations, but it was all about the weather, so they decided in Florida, and a lot of it's shot in Norway, which I discovered last night. So yeah, it's like obviously some dogs are catching it, some dogs aren't. It's meant to be 1978. They're setting up that in a minute with the date on the billboard, even though someone on IMDb is pointing out that cars, and look at that, fucking hell, so fucking crazy shit. I remember getting hit in the face with a fucking frisbee, like, I mean, they're like old school 80s ones. There's none of them, you know, like ring, you know, like a circle, a ring. Fucking when I talk about fabric, you know. I fucking hit it right in the head. But yeah. 1970, South Florida, 1978 it's set. Frisbee Dog Championship, was that a thing? They all got the t-shirts on as well. Someone was saying, oh yeah, certain cars weren't that. So he's this kid, is he called Joey Kramer, who hasn't worked since 1986, Paul Ray. A movie pop guy was telling me last night that he was, well, I think my friends Hurricane Ray and Paul Ray were talking about how he'd been done for robbery. You know what I mean? I thought, what the? I haven't read much into it, but he hasn't worked since 1996. I love that dog, who's one like albino eye, looking like the lead singer of Rise Against. So yeah, they had a joke with me saying Jeff all the time, and I couldn't watch Invasion of the Body Snatchers properly, and then when I realised the kid brother was called Jeff in this, I couldn't stop laughing at that last night. Other famous people in here, a girl from Alien who's just been on there as well, and the police chief from Police Academy 2, and Sarah Jessica Parker as well. Yeah, so there's been a few hints of Frisbee, now as a fucking blimp, you know. Coming along there, so set in South Florida, inspired by E.T. They admit that on the commentary, you know what I mean. This has become a cult classic because of the brothers and relationship, but it's also at the time like E.T. was massive and this was an alternative. Mac and Me is in there as well. Frog's Dreaming, or the Go Kids, whatever you want to call it, it's part of that same thing, as well as the Goonies and the Gremlins. and it falls to me, you know, it's a mid-80s film, but it was filmed really well. Never Ending Story, there's another one, because it looks brilliant on Blu-ray. It's a little evil brother, like, butt face, have that. Yeah. Little evil brothers and all that kind of stuff. See, some of this is filmed, it crosses, when they were talking about it, there's like reverse shots where it's like, 1 minute it's in Florida, and the next minute it's in Norway, and you think, fucking hell, man. Movie places, like, you know, it's like, especially America, because it's so vast, especially the little island called England, but it's so vast, you know, and you think, like, all these places, you wouldn't know what it looks like, and you've got this idea, and when you get there, you think, this isn't what I expected. Then when you go up Mulholland Drive, it's like, I can, yeah, that's a spectacular view, but yeah. So yeah, 1985, kid was pretty much cast because he could dot all the questions and T's and stuff in these interviews. Can you perform on cue? The things what's needed, you know. There's a lot of child stuff. I mean, a lot of child stuff. Look at peekaboo. So I'll let him off for that. That's my old binocular thing, but that's just a black circle. So that's what you need. To checking out what's going on in his rooms. Clicker balls, a random boat, poodle, an airship, boxing gloves. There's a car model on the floor there. Spartacles, American football. Wackerheads, one of them old school dinosaur models used to make. Gillette cars. 59. Apparently that might be the car the guy was on IMDb about. Oh, it's got a Mr. Potato Head on the shelf. Wow. Mr. Potato Head. Fireworks, box of fireworks. Obviously that's setting up for later on in the movie. Then fireworks would clearly be out of date 8 years later. Yeah. Yeah, stop sign. It's a proper overkill bedroom. Like it's almost like where's Neil Buchanan to do Finders Keepers. There's a lot going on in that footage scene. Yeah, but I always remember this as a kid. Like, you know, he just disappears, and then you got the robot and all that kind of stuff. It to me, it's up there with E.T. It's not up there with E.T. It just reminds me of E.T., Labyrinth. You know, all the films I was seeing. Probably would have seen this. I was born in this came out in '85, and I was born in '83. So I would have seen this when I was like 5 or 6, maybe. It's like a couple of years after. By the time it got on TV, after it had its cinema release and then being on VHS. But the cover as well. The cover's always been iconic, and that looks a bit grainy as fuck, like on Blu-ray. The cover's always been iconic from VHS. It's one what's never changed. Kid strapped in this metal seat. Almost, it's probably a Drew Struzan drawing as well. It looks like a Drew Struzan drawing, and you know they've kept it. The Blu-ray does have it more zoomed in to what the big box VHS had. But yeah, I'm sure. I don't think this bit is in Norway. Mainly because of the dog and the little brother. It probably would have been too expensive by far to like do that, but I'm thinking it is. So here's another hint that this could be a spaceship. Well, it's a big water tower. I'm enjoying a nice cold bottle of Old Mount cider all the way from New Zealand. Oh, I did the podcast last night. Anyway, listen to the Deep Blue Sea, because that was a podcast I did last night. My Chinese came and my wrong order came, and I had everything set up and I was ready to watch NXT and SummerSlam, and I was going to dig into them and then not speak to anybody today about it, and then try and get the rest watched tonight. That was my plan, catching it with, like, you know, I only watched the big 4 wrestling ones, and fucking this weekend I was like, fuck, and my Chinese was wrong. I was like, fuck. So that's how I ended up watching Flight of the Navigator, actually. So yeah, this bit really pops out as well. Yeah. I didn't like that acting. Yes, kids, Rebel, he's still alive, I think. I read up about him actually. Yeah. Going joke. Bruiser, bruiser. The ravine, I just always remember this ravine being proper creepy, especially because the woods are like that around where I live. You know, it's probably like frog streaming all over again. And there we go. Poof, and 8 years has just passed. And done by one angle and a different change of sound. Yeah. Just like that. Boosh. It's almost like the Predator jungle there. I think it's weird because like it's 8 years later and the dog's still alive and like, you know, I mean dog, like, yeah, because the dog looks pretty old to begin with. See, that looks alright there. Yeah, flipping over. There's that old fucking. Imagine I can't get any dog. She's a doorbell. She's quite creepy here. She's like, what's going on? Who are you? Oh yeah, I was going to read about that kid. No, 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 no. I've got a fucking Blink 182 song stuck in my fucking head. We're blasting around there. She's like, what the hell's going on up the stairs? There's obviously they're trying to like totally decorate the house as well, change it over. And for some reason this guy's sitting up in his little, you know what I mean? What kind of relationship are they going? He's just sitting in his dressing gown and his like chair while his wife's downstairs. That's like separation. Why am I on pictures for? Yeah. The guy as well comes off as a bit of a sex pest at the top of the stairs. He just creeps us out. He just creeps us out. Little fish tank there. I know the Navigator. 1986. I do apologise. I'm sure what they're saying now. So we go to a police station. Quite a civiled police station compared to stuff like you see in Predator 2 and all that. I'm not gonna lie, that Missing July picture looks like a picture of Michael Jackson. It really does. And it's weird how it's obviously a black person and it is a photocopied sheet where there's no outline of the rest of his body. It's proper weird. That was creeping me out last night. I wasn't going on about like what was going on in the scene. I was like, what the hell's wrong with that picture? See, I Flight of the Guy again, 1986. Going on there, he's overhearing it, you know. It's like, again, no, it's obviously the 80s, you know what I mean. It's not like that one with him from Twilight, and when there's a website and he finds himself he's a missing kid, he doesn't realise, you know what I mean. It's like internet database and faxes and photocopies and declared legally dead. So yeah, Joey Kramer. Still alive, Canadian, 44. I don't know what's got. On the 1st of May 2016, 42-year-old Joey Kramer was arrested by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, located about 30 miles west of Vancouver, in relation to robbery that occurred on the 28th of April. So yeah, he's been involved in robbery. He had a brief cameo in It's My Party in 1996. And that was it. I'm trying to think of other films he was in. Runaway Bobby, The Clan of the Young, that one with Debbie Harry in. Oh, he was only in 7 films, jeez. So yeah, he was in Murder, She Wrote, Runaway, Foxstone, and then 10 years after he was a guest cameo in It's My Party, and he got uncredited, so okay. So we'll talk about Paul Rubin in a bit. Randall Thingy Bobby. By the way, someone on IMDb, I've just missed a bit there. They're on about the number of the police car changes, the ghouls and gaffs. I read about that bit. I'm sure Randall director. He's the director of Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Blew Up the Kid. I thought he was the director of Mac and Me. White Fang, Pee Wee, Big Top Pee Wee. He did after Big Top Pee Wee director. That must be the one before Tim Burton's. Oh, it's a director of Grease. So that's it. Yeah, he directed Grease. So yeah, and Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Yeah, hasn't done anything. Well, he's still working, but it's probably torn back over the last couple of years. He had a reunition with the family as well, and did a good job of like aging the parents as well, which obviously is just freaking out. But then the dog's just like, "Hiya, missed you." And now we finally just have a spaceship landed. No like crash bang wallop, and there is the actor from Police Academy 2. So, yeah. It's quite an amazing ship actually, you know, because a lot of it's there. There's a lot of trickery, lack of CGI. They're on about 30,000 per scene of CGI for it. It's like fucking hell. But look what's going on in the background. It's totally 80s magic. You know what I mean? There's fucking pylons lying everywhere. There's fucking... It looks like the fucking Constructicons are in the background for a simple fucking alien crash. It's just a simple alien crash. But you know what I mean? There's a lot going on there in the background. And then here you've got this mass fucking spaceship there, which is awesome. It scores really good as well. It's one of Paul Ray's favourite scores. Yeah. Na 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 na. I still got that fucking songs. Yeah, he pushes it with his hand. But yeah. Oh, there's a... I didn't notice that last night, but anyone's just watching that when he pushes it there. The very far right, the black shadow wasn't right. I think that's the producer or the writer. Shine the light in his face. But overall, the ship itself... sorry about burp. Excuse me. Oh, just got a kid in the bed there. What was I going to fucking say? That's what I was going to say. Okay, so you used a lot of models, toys, false perspectives, you know, for by like what's in the background, what's not in the background. There's a little bit of CGI, compositing. There's a lot of innovative reflection, special effects done. But a lot of the two remaining models, just like the model, he's Jeff. The two remaining models that are, one is on the backlot tour in the graveyard at Walt Disney Studios in Florida, which you can go and see, and one of them has been turned into the top of a bar in Tomorrowland as well. So yeah, I'm having a sip of my beer. But yeah, it's a big like little hospital room, that thing. It is notable as well that certain bits in this film that were refilmed. And the kid had all his hair cut off, so he's wearing a wig. He's just the kid from Flight of the Navigator, isn't he? He's like the kid from who plays Dennis. He just pops up as the spoofing I Spy for Home Alone, like spoofing Macaulay Culkin. That's would you recognise him now? Probably not. Da, 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 da. You know, it's like you're meant to be 20, you're older. But that's the thing, it's the reverse psychology of brotherhoods. He's went from the annoying brother to the little brother who's going to look out for his big brother, and it's pretty cool. Missing. Have you seen this boy? Yeah, but he's pretty good. No, that's fucking hell, man. I don't even know what the song is. I got the double new Blink album. I think the song's called Sober, actually. But it is a good score. Yeah, I run him on the head. Do. He's quite innocent. His betrayal. You know, it's. I know, but it's a kid's film though. I know I seen it as a kid, but I'm going to say this honestly. There's not really much happens. He disappears. He comes back. He goes on this mad joyride in the spaceship, and the spaceship drops him back off. And it's like there's not really much threat going on there. It's not like how extreme it got when E.T. and the whole fucking he comes spacesuits and all that kind of stuff. There you go, crying cue. She's quite creepy here, like. I'm not gonna say it, but I will say it. She looks like fucking Beetlejuice when it's just a snake on the fucking stairs. It's just she's got that weird like pulls her fucking crunches her neck forward. She's like that in Aliens. Yeah, she's Beetlejuice. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah. Here comes Spaceship. This is an awesome shot as well. This would be one of the ones they've used as this is probably the one that's on the graveyard. But again, that whole like the score, the shot, the desert. It's got that Mac and Me. Well, obviously years before Mac and Me, but it's got that whole ominous about it as well. As a kid, mystery. Look at the fucking police cars and that, man. Fucking hell. It's definitely a soundtrack though. Wide load. Not making that conspicuous to what it is, like either. It's a spaceship. Comes a spacesuit and the white man. So Jeff. Jeff wears some pretty funky shirts in this. First photo as well. What the fuck is on his shirt? Not Joey's. He's just got like little wheel trims that look fucking snowflakes actually. Jeff's got like dancing people on it. I don't know, just fucking little stick figures upside down, inside out. Give up on that one. Really give up. So yeah, it's a bit of a brotherhood bond, you know. It's just a good twist from what's set up right at the start as well, so it's... I think the bond's just about right as well. So future coming podcasts are probably going to be Speed and Speed 2, as I bought Speed 2 today, as I thought I had it and I don't have it. I think I bought Speed 2 because of Deep Blue Sea and that whole like tropical vibe. I know, but yeah. As I say, I'm enjoying doing these podcasts. I don't really care if anyone's listening. I will reply to anyone who replies to me, you know what I mean? I love to share. I'm just sharing my love for films. What more do you want? Look at that, man. I don't know if I would like that. It's just like a plastic fucking definitely just like start of the age. It's like, that's like having just like a plastic bucket over your head. Fashion readouts. Yeah, it's pretty impressive what comes out here. Again, just showing the time, the technology, with the readout and the way the computer does the whole three-dimensional print of the ship, which, excuse me, is again just showing what they could do with graphics at the time. I mean, look how big the fucking back end of that monitor is. She's just pretty looking at it. So this guy here on the big, well, the guy looks like Steven Spielberg. He is on the commentary as well. It's an interesting commentary. It's a lot of years later, and they do reference a lot of other films and stuff like that. And there we go. And there is the ship. Again, the score is always there. Just, it's almost like a space one, but you know, it's mystery. I have to get fucking James Spader to sort out them algorithms and fucking what they are. I like it how you can see people in the background. It doesn't look like the same people, but at least there's people in the reflection of the monitor. This drawer here, this is pretty awesome. Like, seeing the size of that fucking printer though. It does look like Audrey too. Had a bit of quivers on the back there. I know that actor dislikes Police Academy 2. I do like Police Academy 2. I totally forgot he was even in it until I seen this last night. I did see him in something else recently. It took us ages to click on what he was in, but you can see they're in Florida there with the docks in the background and stuff like that. Then people walking in the background should have definitely walked past. They should have definitely walked past there. A bit of continuity area. Where they go, just disappeared. A Diet Coke can in the background. National security. Quarantine the kid. You know, I mean, I know NASA's involved and stuff, but there's like one agent here. You know, got a spaceship and a kid and a family. Seeing that, like that drawbridge which raised in the background, isn't that not near the house? Again, it's the whole. I mean, I have been to Florida, but I was young when I was there. But what can you see in his reflections? Just what you getting on. It's like I watched Death Wish the other day, and obviously you get to see Chicago. But every time you see Chicago, you just think Gotham, don't you? From Dark Knight. It's the Rampage as well. Reflections pretty covered, like these are reflections there. Yeah, it's taking NASA. In a plane Jeep. Again, the score's just always there, that reoccurring just synth, you know. NASA Research Center. Who said that? And nothing. See, his performance is good, then it drops. But yeah, as he's going past the studio set there, NASA built there. So look on this room, man. He's got a fucking Insecto Transformer, G.I. Joe, Felix the Cat. There's a space, blowing up space shuttle. And then it flips back to the other angle. It's almost like it just chucked everything over there. There, the Insecto toys on the floor again there. So, fucking lucky bastard getting a Transformer, even though they've bodged us a bit there. I think he's a good actor, him. So I'm trying to see what else they've given to sweeten him before they fucking lock him in. NASA cap. which looks like the warmest cap ever to wear in Florida because it looks like it's got that leathery thing. You are not coming out. He's got a television on. Sit down, watch the TV, not look around at anything else. The TV, it's on the TV. There's a music video. And here comes Ralph, which a great plot device, I guess. I'm sure Ralph is in Judge Dredd. And there is Sarah Jessica Parker, looking gorgeous when she was then. There's a lot of there's G.I. Joe on the floor again. There's an army camo suit. Ralph, facilitator. Twisted sister. Who's he? Who's she? Excuse me. Music television looks fucked up, man. These fucking legs. She didn't. I'm trying to look at her name badge at the photos there. Has he been to space? Is that so believable that he's trapped in a NASA high facility? Ralph, the robot. Big enough for a kid to hide in. No shit, Sherlock. He's been in fucking. He's in NASA. Why do you think he's just there for a weekend? Right, probably is. Sorry. So that was A121. It was done right in front of his face. Huh? There's a plot device, these big robots driving around. I mean, who's driving them? Yeah, look at that cap, man. It just looks like if you had that in your head and fucking, it would look like it would just knock away the trash in the place. It doesn't look like the coolest cap, does it? 701. So we've Jeff. I can't take it fucking serious, that whole Jeff thing. It's even going on in the background. I mean, look at that funky metal thing in the background. That's a shit in a PG. I'm sure this used to be a U as well. It's a U? It's actually a U, he's just said shit. So I'm going to start saying shit more often because it's universal. Bit overkill on being NASA when the fucking pencil sharpeners a massive shuttle, front of a shuttle. It's like, okay, does everything in NASA need to be space related? There's a picture on the wall, it's a spaceship, okay, fair enough. But you don't want to have something else on the wall. It just happens to be a pencil sharpener. It's in computer graphics there of imagery. That's probably similar to what they did in the Ghostbusters, because that was all live. And again, the interference on the computer. Got the camera on there. The image on the monitor is just a picture because he's talking there and he's not even moving. It's just the same still. Just almost like inverted colours. Like a negative. Hold on. David Scott Freeman. She just touched the screen in the background with a pen. Touchscreen technology. There's a lot of electricity in that room for this shot. Like, you've got all these computer graphics on there. You've got all these computer. I mean, look at that one in the background, just running code. It's pretty cool. Like, now they'll just do it all CGI, wouldn't they? You know what I mean? What you react to, I don't know. It's on the screen. Yeah. There's lots of people just popping up in the background and stuff. 2.2 solar hours, yes. You got abducted by an alien, which they don't really say it, is you got experimented on by the alien. You know, they tiptoe around that subject and they brought you back. Star charts. I often stare up in space, you know what I mean? When we went to see Dog Soldiers, Jack and Carl, fucking hell, look at that. I was like, what? And there was apparently an amazing shooting star. And I was... The chair I'm sitting on now is a chair I took to the Dog Soldiers screening in the middle of the fucking woods. I don't sit in my head and chair when I do the podcast because it makes far too much noise and I'll get far too comfortable. I kind of feel like when I sit like this, I feel like I've got to talk, I've got to move, I've got to, you know what I mean, not just, you know, I've got to keep on talking in this podcast even though Jack's not here or Casper's not here. I'm talking. And yes. And when the Dog Soldiers won, I was so uncomfortable. I was cold, I was moving, and I was just like, and I just couldn't wait for that film to finish, just to stand the fuck up, like. Peekaboo. So it's a very natural looking colour film. You know, there's no real colour theme going on there. It just looks like it's natural. There's a lot of cool shots coming up when he escapes in the fucking robot. Which for NASA and all that, it seems to happen quite quickly. Excuse me. See, you know, taking a liking to him and breaking a bit of confidence, and he's a proper little angry kid, isn't he? He's got it, you know what I mean? It's like, he's just a kid from fighting the Navigator, isn't he? Sarah Jessica, look at her eyes, man. So you're just going to risk all your job. I mean, it must be good pay working in NASA. You know, a robot carries everything for you. It's called Ralph. You know. I wonder if you ever tried to call a popular Sex in the City. Matthew Broderick was like, fuck off. Kiwi. Mister. Yeah, NASA. Yeah, a little dusty shot. Just as he's coming, here comes the robot. Just fits through the door. I mean, there must be someone in there driving it. Don't worry, shut the blinds. A bit of a feel safe there, isn't it? Just big enough for him. Door down. I think Rob Schneider and Judge Dredd. The guys are playing cards there. God, he looks like a bit like Cooper. So, yeah. Wonder what the calendar is to me. The music kicks in. Dun, dun, dun. It turns into a little fucking music video. Totally 80s. And lovely like dust sunsets, but like, you know, it's a golden hour. You know, it's going on a mad little run. I think the second unit director filmed this. He was just told to go off and do it. You know, he just hit that 80s music in there, cut to the kid like looking through, very cool. You know. No one's questioning it. I would have thought a bit more of a couple. Like you seen, maybe there's another one. He comes another fucking Decepticon behind him. Fucking. I love it how it's got a face. Yeah. The music's like kicking in. Short Circuit. There's another film that, to me, you know, comes along at the same kind of time. You could put that in that little cluster group I've got going there. And the two guards, either of the guards here. There's two of them. I better just swap shifts and go. Yeah, it's just Ralph the Robot, man. Number 5. It's Ralphie 5. Music's still going there. Nasser. So yeah, I've went from being up to date with all my podcasts to now like having Death Watch, Deep Blue Sea, and this recorded, but like not developed in any way, shape, or form. I think the only way I've developed anything is choosing stills and stuff for Death Watch for the thumbnails. But I've been at work. I've been working overtime, going into my operation, and with spare time this week I worked on doing a video for True Romance where I'm on camera. So that looks meant there as well. It's proper oomless. But yeah, the kids just walking into a fucking radiation restricted area, like, yeah, okay. The robot took them straight to it. Gates open. Okay. And this is the first time the kid actually sees the spaceship, but he's been called to it. And that's impressive. And that's really there as well. It's all like held up off camera through different like, poles and stuff like that. Even the obviously it's like it's early CGI kind of like stop animate this bit here. You know, that's a similar technology what they would use in Terminator, you know, early stages. But the stairs when he stands on them really here, it's impressive. Like here, it's an illusion, like a magic illusion, because the bars are just like you can't see the bars because of where the camera angle is. And it's even added by when he steps on it and it actually physically moves down, like this bit coming up here. You know what I mean? There's no like, it just completely fucked with people's minds at the time, and it's just a simple trick of a pole being led off on the camera angle that you can't see. You know, so a little dip there. And it's just like fucked with people's heads. It's fucking my head. So how do they do that? And again, it's just a pole. Now inside this thing, there's a lot of questionable stuff going on in here because they were like, right, if you make that perspective, how are you going to film in there without seeing the camera and the crew? And I believe it's got something to do with Kodak and all different kind of, I don't know, the director goes really into it on the commentary. He's on about Kodak this and all that and all, like, it's why it's so bent and twisted in so many different ways that you can't really, if it was a sheet of glass you would see them straight away, but it's because of all the rivets and stuff like that, they are able to hide the camera, hide the directors and fucking cast there, and get some nice reflections. But it's all in camera, there's no CGI here, there's not even CGI when this eye opens up, and all the stuff is fed through the back through a microscopic cable, and like projected onto it. Here comes the chair at the floor. Like something out of fucking Transformers, man. There you go. It's French, random language, compliance, and it's Paul Rubin going at the time at Pall Mall. Now, this was a long time before he was arrested, and obviously Pee Wee was a big hit as Paul Rubin. Obviously went on to be a Mystery Men and stuff like that, but yeah, it was quite a weird thing. Because even the guys and the thing is, yeah, he was going as Paul Mall at the time, and like, you know, Paul Rubin's obviously the main like star of it, but it's just his voice, you know what I mean? And he pulls it off really well, but you told him, Pee Wee's big fucking laughing, all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? It's like, he wouldn't be called Paul Mall. Like, was he ashamed of it, or was he not? Is it Disney Association? Is it not? And it's all that kind of thing, but it's Paul Rubin. Credited as Paul Mall. And these two guys here, one's reading the book, one's eating the sandwich, staring at Radio Race. He's definitely stored in the background. They're definitely high. Like, shit, what we do? Get the red book, start pushing buttons. There's 5 buttons. You think you know an emergency, you know what to press. Another film I remember the time I seen it when I wasn't. When I actually had this on VHS and I gave it to Dan Percy. The Vindicator, the Violator, I remember it's just a guy who basically gets double crossed in like a facility, and he's in like a yellow suit. The guy just ran past there and he gets burned and he comes back. And I just remember him going around killing everyone. It was like a bad Robocop. I remember as a kid, very similar. I only seen bits and bobs. And the bit where he starts talking through the radio and stuff, when I seen it, I was like, yeah, that's not what I remember. But yeah. But that there, it just totally looks like a studio set door that you see in Hollywood on the backlot and stuff like that. Open this door. Get it open. Everyone's going to pile in there, unprotected. That's the creepy eye. It's a tricky thing. That's good, Sherlock. That's a tricky thing, you know, to give. It comes down to the character, the voice. And all it is like a light bulb, isn't it? It's like whizzing around. What a sneeze. Compliance. I love it how I love it how his picture is just like what he's wearing now. It's just like, right, we need a picture for the thing. I don't get a picture, so the guy putting the gun out. A couple of guys have got the guns out. It's kind of like the video shop, you know, when you used to go as a kid, and you used to like Ritz, and you used to have floor to ceiling, like and you used to see like the Navigator. It's sort of like, it was a very, really well done VHS cover, you know. Again, that's all in camera. It's really there. But even like, there's a gas ball there, but they're brand new light just smashed on the floor for a film. That would just be CGI now. Or they wouldn't do it for budget. Back then it was just right. A lot of the money is like, there's a lot of, I don't know if there's money from Norway or not Norway, but it's like never ending story. You realise the never ending story is a fucking German movie, and you think, you know. But obviously Wolfgang made it as well, but you know. Now this shot here is a false perspective shot. It's a model. It's just on a pole, and you can actually just see the pole in a minute. If you look there, you can see the pole on the right there. The blackness where it comes out. That's, but again, it's there. It's not fucking with your head. It fucks with your head in a minute when it turns into fucking Darth Vader's helmet. Well, sort of Darth Vader's helmet with a pointy. Oh. G-force, baby. G-force. It didn't really keep it secret though, did it? It was a fucking spaceship. Ooh. So there we go, pushing tin there. Actually, fucking hell, he looks like Afron Jones. a little fucking flight tower guy. Briefly thinks that Mr. Jones himself made the cameo. Straight down. Everyone's looking around. This is a pretty cool shot when it comes back down. It's almost just like a reverse shot and everyone just ducks. There we go. Transformation. Bring out the red. There we go. It's CGI here. Morph. And that's what I was on about before. The technology they invented for that CGI shot, like the reflection stuff. There's like loads of different you know, it's like helicopter shots like this, really low down. Again, there was a good call doing it in Florida, because you've got them, the swamp lands and stuff like that you can whisk through. I think as well as the appeal as well, it's like, oh yeah, if you had a spaceship you can go anywhere. But this has been on the cards for a remake for ages, but it doesn't need remaking. If anything, if they wanted to do something, they could go back through, and all they would need to do is maybe give the CGI like a paint, the stairs, or that shot there, you know, just enhance it, and that's it, because that looks absolutely stunning. You know what I mean? You, like, he's a kid from the 70s who ends up in the 80s, and that's it. You don't need to like retell the story, because if you retold it now, then you've got everything to do what NASA does now. Like, right, he's got a spaceship, like 2 people know about it, and that'll be about it. There would be no Ralph, Studio Protocol and all that. UFO. The cows, man. But even there, how it's just set on the hill there, it's there. Do you know what I mean? Again, just all hidden off camera, how it's held up. Moo. Communicating. And it's a pretty cool shot as well when the spaceship actually fucks off in a second, because the cows and the helicopters react at the same time, and it's good coordination, because I guess you really got one take there, because the cows are not actually going to come back. If you bang, it's like, fucking hell, where'd they go? Yeah. They were trying a lot of stuff with Paul Rubens' voice in it as well, that accurate effect, you know. They were even trying it with a voice box, you know, like Kane from like when Kane couldn't talk apparently in WWE, he was like, rah, rah, just doing that. And said, well, you need to understand it, you know what I mean. There's no point hitting an alienizer button on it and just echoing it all over the place like a frequency. Because your body will not stand the fight of time travel, but it does fine in the end, so there we go. They're pretty well behaved cows, like. Not like some of them cows. And the fucking horns on some of them. That's the 3 helicopters. Again though, you know, it's really there. But if you look closely there, you can actually see the bar holding up the steps. You can see it there again. Compliance. There we go, the whole red drive again. The morph, which is a very similar morph, but in different area, and boom! This bit here with the fire a gun to set the cows off, and all the helicopters just spin around. It's that little extra attention to detail, like. Shots through the sky. They always look fucking awesome, like. Oh, it was on a fucking jet, that thing. Climax. Didn't even let him finish, I'll just Climax. Whatever, bro. In the ocean. Under the sea, dee, 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 dee. And see, look at that. I mean, that's pretty cool as well. Just the dissolve of a panel there, and then we got some creatures. Again, you know, if you like the time labyrinth and all that, it's just these fucked up puppets. He doesn't let go. Yeah, it looks similar to a fucking labyrinth. It's fucked up, that thing, like. It's not as fucked up what's coming up in a minute. He's pretty creepy as well. Again, though, it's just, you know, great, like. Oh, he's got a cold. That's fucking minging. And he goes the NASA hat. That's what was set up earlier on. It's almost like a fucking gremlin, that. That's pretty cool. And then this bit coming up here and the fucking Are you ready? Hey, what's that? What the fuck is that? Dude, it's a massive fucking eye. It's really there. And then we've got the little character as well. He's just like, hiya. Oh, you can see the wire work actually. Yeah, you can see the wire work in that last shot. So there's some good proper work there as well. Fucking creepy eye, man. Jesus. And it's established that he's an orphan. He's quite funny. His little hands, free-handed thing. Ha 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 ha. Fucking creepy like. Huh? Pee-wee. I can't do it. It's cool. Wonderful! It's wonderful. Wonderful! Yep, there's Afron again. No, it wasn't. Was that the guy I thought was Afron? We've lost him. He escaped. Dun, dun, dun. I'm sure reading about it he discarded Police Academy. That actor, Police Academy 2, he never appeared in any other sequels. Which is let's have a look what else he was in. He's in Top Build on IMDb, Joey Crimmers. Shit, he's right, he's called Howard Hessman. And he's quite low down. Fuck me, Matt Alder looks totally different. He's aged loads. Sarah Jessica Parker just looks gorgeous there. So yeah, he's in a film called Bigfoot. It's a trailer at the top of his IMDb. So he's continued working. Is he still alive? Sorry. Yep, still alive. 78 years old. He's been in 153 films. Dirty Politics is latest, but we'll just try and get down to the 80s there. See, yes, have a look where Police Academy 2 lands next to this. So yeah, Flight of the Navigator 1986. Police Academy 2 was the year before. So he did Police Academy 2, Flight of the Navigator. And just seems to be in like a lot of... He's been Gridlock with Tupac. Yeah, nothing I've seen. Unless the film I'd seen him in and it was stuck in us was Bigfoot. Oh, he's in Halloween 2, Uncle Meat. The Rob Zombie one, CSI. Oh, yeah, it's quite a good actor. There's a trailer for Bigfoot at the top there, so I don't know what Bigfoot film is. We fly up from the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, Paul Rubin. He's got himself back on track, like 65, like fucking hell. Also known as Pee Wee Herman, Paul Mal and Pee Wee. So he was an alias as Paul Mal. Yeah, here's another one. Explorers, batteries not included, Short Circuit 1 and 2, Daryl, Neverending Story, Labyrinth, Little Bigfoot and the Hendersons, Dark Crystal, Space Camp, Three Men and a Little Baby, Neverending Story 2, The Goonies, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Cloak and Dagger, which is one I'm not familiar with. They're all films that you may like if you like this, according to IMDb. Where the fuck are we? Oh, this is where they get fucking lost. They turn up in Tokyo in a minute and it doesn't look very good at all. Fucking yeah. and then becomes the Navigator. It's like one of them old games you used to play in the arcade. You just have the ball. I think the voice really works because it's hard, as I said before, it's hard to make a character. So that's essentially a puppet. You know, a glowing ball. Like in a Universal Soldier, The Return. Seth, what's wrong? I'm just a ball. I want to be human. It's all about the design though, and I think it's really well designed. The room looks class. So these shots obviously are, I don't know, they're probably blue screen to be honest with you. Let's say there was a model made, so yeah, it's probably just blue screen. There's that bridge again. Check out that mobile phone. Spill the beans, Jessica. Just wow. Like Samuel Jackson, sell a wow. Wow. Oh shit. Hang on. I've got my fingers stuck in my bottle of fucking cider. Hang on. Ow. Shit. Hey. Kind of look like JJ Perry. It doesn't want to be JJ Perry, I'll freak out. Even though JJ Perry's been in fucking almost everything. That looks lush, that. It's an absolutely amazing shot. And side swipe dissolve. There, look, Tokyo. It looks so bad. The buildings, the sky, the foreground, and it's just fucked. Look at it, and it fucking honestly, every single Japanese person has got a fucking camera. I know it's a fucking stereotypical type joke. Let's have a little quick peek. JJ, I don't think that was JJ, but JJ's been in fucking almost everything. JJ at the moment, as an actor, is in Divergent, John Wick. So I said, I know JJ was acting in that, but Pray for Death uncredited. He was in that back in the day. Deadly Ransom. Time Cop 2, Today You Die. The music kicking back in there as well. Dun, dun. So yeah, this is how we navigate home from Tokyo. Oh, we're there yet. Geeks. Dun 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 dun. Twisted Sister. Stop. He's like, Even that is a cool shot, reflection in the fucking review mirror. And it just comes down. See, obviously it's just held from the side. So you know what I mean? It's all in camera. It's like, I mean, class it was Ferris Bueller because it's almost like the same kind of car from Ferris Bueller. That would have been a class in a joke, that. Drive. Just Ferris and Cameron. Again though, that'll just be a puppet, a hand puppet. up some more music, so I'm going to keep on talking just in case it gets a bit of copyright flag. I love driving past in my car, right, on the radio with the classical channel just randomly blasting full on opera sometimes. I don't know, sometimes I get bored driving. What a dick. How the fuck Beach Boys better talk louder? Actually, I'm not even going to take the piss here. There we go. It's on 1 decibel. That's how loud the master of the Blu-ray is compared to normally. There's the robot dances as well. You can see the wire works, and like it's got foot panels going and everything bouncing out of the Beach Boys. I get around, flying across the mountains and stuff like that. Sitting along the robot head, flicking around, fucking strobe light, and the fucking dancing creepy little. I was going to say it looks like a penis, but it doesn't obviously look like a penis. But yeah, flying through the Grand Canyons, more Texas style. Whew. It's pretty awesome, like. Underneath the bridge. Little finger up by the little thing. Even the reflection there, a couple of the reflection shots in the water, if you look in there as well, pretty cool as well. There's a lot of people on about the UFO things as well. David. The picture of David would happen to be the same picture on the missing poster. Alligator City. Alligator. That'll be how. I just want to phone home. And he's just like, you said you just want to phone home. It's how much, like, considering this is like only a couple of years after ET as well. It's like, and in a job, he's just like, Coca-Cola is definitely the branded. There's brands everywhere for Coca-Cola there. Ding ding. Baiting worms. Daddy, come and play at the spaceship. It's a well paid off joke because the guys comes across as whatever. Even there, it's pretty cool how they've got the kids in there as well, but obviously the kids are like, which way step. Jeff, get out the phone, Jeff. So we are coming into like the last act of the movie. As he phones home, and again the spaceship just in the background as well. That now was just all be CGI, wasn't it? I will set fire to the house. You will find it. Some navigator can't even find his own home. Florida. Again, no, Florida's probably massive. Photobomb. And see there, he's ran up the stairs there, and they were actually digital over. And a shot that they probably didn't need to be digital over. He didn't actually say that. He said, can he borrow some change to phone his mum and dad? Look at that interstate, man. Fuck me, man. I was driving home tonight, and it's about 12 miles from work to home. And was a learner driver, two cars in front of us, and the person driving behind the learner driver was less than half a car behind him, and they were like just up their arse all the way back, like veering left and right and braking, and I was like, you know, I was two cars behind because I could see it, and you know what I mean. I was driving along, and I'm just driving home, and I'm in no fucking rush. And the person was just being an absolute cunt to, like, you know what I mean, and not just being a cunt like that someone learned to drive. It's just like, out of my way, you're in my fucking way. The person's learning to drive, and you've got to respect that. You've got to remember the first time you're on the fucking road, and as soon as that got to the roundabout, and as soon as that learner driver turned off and that other car put his foot down, I got a faster car. And I just got right up behind him and I did the same thing. And he looked at us and I just shook his head at him. He said, it's not fucking nice, is it? You know what I mean? And he shot fucked off, like, on the next left. I was just like, but you know what I mean? Give learner drivers time. Sorry, that's my rant over the night. It's what I like about podcasts, right? Instead of going off on a mad baboonery and all that, I'll just go on a fucking mad rant on a podcast, leave it there. As Jeff finds the box of fireworks from 8 years ago that are still just lying on the floor in a box. Oh fuck, look at that window, man. Little window with a circle around it. Oh, the dog's after, look at that. And look at that though, steps just up to your roof, just as easy as that. They had to pay for replacement tiles on this, they broke some of them. I've done my research. Pretty cool shot there as well. Fort Lauderdale. Big America is, man. It's playing on the there you go. That's probably where the fucking tiles got broken. That's quite dangerous, that. That's probably an outtake. That's an actor setting off doing fireworks. You know, fireworks are fucking dangerous, man. That looks great. It's all about the reflections, I think. Come on, Jeff. Do it, Jeff. That's a big explosion for a little tiny firework. Go on, Jeff. Well done, Jeff. Yeah, he's definitely got a wig on there. Again, there's that bridge. What we've seen reoccurring bridge. We've seen so much in the film already, so it's pretty weird. Yeah, we're coming to the end of this movie because basically he goes there and goes, right, I'm going to go home. You know. Oh, fucking hell. Everything's tearing up here. What we got? Definitely a wig. Fucking hell, imagine buying that house. How many palm trees is there? 14. How do you cut a palm tree? Yeah, the bridge is shutting in the background. Yeah, the bridge is shutting. See again though, smoke, wind. You know, it's wind in the hair. It just all adds to the effect. I mean, that it's 1985. That's not a bad effect. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Smacks his head off the fucking thing coming in. That bridge is still shut. Fucking everyone's turned up, haven't they? Not believable at all. I love you. It's almost as bad as Bruce Willis in Death Wish. My daughter. Nice. The house next door has no palm trees. That wig is almost like a fucking Lego wig head. Lego wig head. I'm really gonna miss you. Compliance. This is about a bond of a friendship, you know what I mean? It's... Some say it's all a dream as well. But then you get like, is it really a dream? Because he's got his little friend with him. Flash through the crowds, and this is how he goes back in time. This is a pretty cool effect coming up there as well. I love the lava lamp and the water in his eyes as well. Which, you know, I wouldn't have put red. Because it looks a bit eel. There we go. It's a pretty cool effect. It's awesome. That. Going back in time. Monsters kicking off. All the lightning and all that kind of... Flash, 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 and then it's backed up by the flashes of the trains, and yeah, this is literally the die end of the film. Imagine having that experience. He didn't really learn anything to gain his fame or fortune though, did he? It's like, oh yeah, so... See, it's cool, you know. He shows a better example, build a better bond with his brother. He's learned, he's grown. Imagine that. Hey David, come on, yeah, runs across the road, gets ran over. Grim ending. Come on, David. That was quite good. Hi there. Excuse me. Because he's a little doggy and then makes friends with his brother. Kids' reactions is like, ooh, fuck. Definitely looks like one of the garbage pail kids as well. I don't know if I would like a dog with two different eyes. It'd be like, you're the thing. Friendship and a bond. Fucking get a spotter on the way out on the board. The dog's just like, you just fucking whacked us off the pier there. See you later, alligator. I'll see you later, Navigator. Big smile. Old school pause, fade to black. Hit the music back on again, flying through the sky. So yeah, Paul Mal, the voice of Max as well. So yeah, yellow font as well. Quick roll as well, but lots of like flying across there. Big cast as well, like yeah, flying past fucking. That definitely looks more like fucking like airplane one. Max and the Creatures were put by Tony U. Banro and Tim Bailey. Totally butchered their names, but well, no, that's fine. But yeah, yellow dissolve font. So there's been a lot of footage filmed. A lot of they filmed up, down, left, right, and all kinds of stuff just for the reflections and stuff like that. As I say, they were talking about it's like 30 grand or something like that for per shot. You think, fucking hell, you know, it's a lot of money. I think it was about 3 months as well. As I say, with the commentary on the Blu-ray as well, it's really cool because like they're talking about now. It's one of them ones where they've came back and they revisit the film years later and they're talking about the evolutions and so I look fucking random. Oh, it's a hot air balloon passing by as well. I was talking about that the other day. I think Steve Austin, spaceship exterior constructed by Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think I was talking about Jack the other day, asking when was the last time we seen a hot air balloon. I definitely haven't seen a hot air balloon this year. Like, but yeah, literally flying, literally using the stock footage. And that's cool. Just rather than just having a black panel and flying up there. Yellow font though, man. Yellow font. But yeah. There's obviously nothing hidden. I'm just fucking ranting away. Winding down. So this will be the last podcast, I imagine. I don't know how tomorrow's going to go. Speed 2 and Speed. Jeff. It's definitely on the cards. It just depends what I watch while I'm recovering. Additional special effects by Fantasy 2. 2. Video graphics designed by Video Image. Special thanks to quite a few people. Definitely Florida. Filmed on location in Florida. Florida segments. The Price is Right, courtesy of that. Music video Lose Your Love. I didn't get who that was by. Special effects Count on Me. Love Fire, Blame It on the Boston Nova. I Get It, I Get Around. An association with Viking film, Norway. Yeah, so there's some kind of connection to Norway as well. Dolby did stereo, color, Technicolor, copyright 1986. And yeah, as the final thing flies up, that's an aeroplane taking off that. That's a fucking stunning Bena Vista distribution. That is a stunning imagery at the very end of that actually. That's awesome. Golden hour going up through the clouds. That was fucking class at the end. I love shit like that. And that is Flight of the Navigator. Only special features is a comedy. There's no making of, extra features, trailers or anything like that. I've been Stephen Mason. This has been the audio comedy for Flight of the Navigator. Thanks for listening. Like, share and subscribe.